Hey everyone, here with a little bit of an update. So, I have actually been pretty sick the past week, so it kind of threw me off my schedule a little bit with training. But here is some footage that I was able to get yesterday training with my dad. So, as you will see, I have added in quite a significant pause here on these rows. So really with my training at this point, it's not changing a whole lot. I still have a 5-day split, and I am still doing 2 lower days per week and 3 upper days per week. And really the changes that I'm implementing are small. So on the rows, I'm adding in pretty much a 1,000 to 1,000 count to focus more on my mid-back for those. And then as you'll see here, face pulls, which are, in my opinion, one of the best rear delt exercises. You just have to make sure it's a rear delt exercise and not a back exercise. Sometimes individuals end up just using their back for those types of those types of exercises, rear delt exercises, whatever it may be, when it really should be focused on that rear delt portion of your physique. So here are some lat pull downs. So I've really been sticking to the same split for about 6 months, 7 months now. I have taken a couple of tapers here and there depending on recovery, and I actually ended up taking kind of an impromptu taper this past week because I was pretty ill. I still have a little bit of congestion, and so, my dad filming, he cracks me up. So I was feeling a bit ill, so I did take a bit of an impromptu taper just to allow my body to rest and recover. Unfortunately, I'm still dealing with some congestion, so I'm been taking some days off and just really focusing on rest and recovery. However, my split, as I mentioned, has been relatively similar. The only thing I am changing is exercise selection if I feel I need to, or making those small changes, as I mentioned, like adding a pause in my chest supported rows to focus more on my mid-back. And some days I make the call just to switch out certain exercises based on how I'm feeling. So now, I wouldn't recommend this for the majority of beginner lifters, but since I've been doing this for so long, I really go by, quote, feel most days. So like here, for example, this is using a cambered bar. The cambered bar weighs 85 pounds, so this is 225 pounds total. I decided to do these beltless to work on my core brace. This was my squat movement of the day, and so I make changes like this based on how I'm feeling. So instead of doing, like, let's say a leg press for this day or a normal barbell back squat, if my elbows are hurting or my shoulders hurting, then I would add something in like this. For the majority of beginner lifters, really, they need to just get the basics down. But once you become more advanced, you have been training for so long that a lot of times you can make those calls based on how you're feeling, and it's most appropriate. It's not a race, right? The thing about bodybuilding and about strength work and physique development is it's really about consistency over time and getting those challenging sets in over time. For myself, I know that staying healthy really plays the biggest role in this. So if I'm having some sort of a nagging tweak, I'm not going to push through it. I'm going to substitute another exercise that's comparable. It's still going to give me that stimulus, but is going to keep me healthy. Speaking of staying healthy, I had the opportunity last weekend to attend a Kabuki strength seminar, and so here are a couple of clips from that. Really working on mechanics and overall movement patterns, learning rehabilitation exercises for some certain things, such as my shoulder issues. So this was one of them, one of the exercises, and different mobility work to prime your body to be ready to go before you lift. Everyone is different. So what works for me isn't necessarily going to work for you, whoever it is listening to this. And the things that I need to change in my lift aren't necessarily what you need to change too. So I would recommend for everyone to attend some sort of a seminar like this to learn, okay, what are the weaker areas in my physique, in my movement patterns that need to be addressed in order to have a more efficient, effective, and safe movement pattern. So I really worked on my arch and my bench. Arching more so in my back as opposed to my lower back, so my upper back as opposed to, more around my thoracic. And what does this do? It takes pressure off my lower back and it puts it where it should be. So little things like that just can add up to be a huge difference. So I would really encourage everyone to take or to attend a seminar if they can, Kabuki Strength Seminar. So here's just a little physique update. I did post this on my Instagram. Sitting at about 162 pounds or so. So still in a full bulk mode, no cutting yet. Of course, I'm getting impatient, wanting to cut, but I'm sticking with the process and practicing what I preach. So, all right, guys, hope you enjoyed the update. Talk to you soon.